Eat to Heal family. My name is Amy Moore, and I'm here to provide a review of the documentary Forks Over Knives. Forks Over Knives is a real classic, so if you're going to be a plant-based eater, I recommend actually watching Forks Over Knives every year. It was kind of the documentary that changed the tide and allowed for plant-based raw food eating to be more acceptable in our society. And after I watched it again this time, it's almost this really beautiful story. So at the time I watched it, right when it came out, I was just fascinated by the findings. I just couldn't believe it. But now I can look back and it reminds me almost of a love story between Dr. Colin Campbell, who was a nutrition biochemist, and Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, who was a surgeon, and they found themselves and made a community. So the two men were both discovering on their own, separately in their careers, that a plant-based diet was the best diet for humans to eat. And then finally, when they came together, I mean, you can see that there's a Forks Over Knives community, there's cookbooks, there's Facebook groups, there's recipes, there's tools, there's classes. So Forks Over Knives really became the pinnacle of how people that wanted to use food as medicine, how they could follow a plant-based diet and find reputable sources. Because remember, this is in 2011, so there still is controversy, but Forks Over Knives really helped legitimize the plant-based raw foods eating patterns that we are embracing and following. Something else in the video is that the video also follows some folks that have chronic health conditions and then their path on eating the plant-based raw food diet and how that changes their lives, so that's very inspiring. We're also reminded of the China study. So looking at the China study based on people's locations in China, their access to food, we could see directly the consequences of their eating patterns in introducing, say, meat, and then their cancer and heart disease rate goes up. So we really can find some incredibly good documentation and research proving that a raw plant-based diet is the most healthful diet and that humans were supposed to be eating this diet. And I think honoring that legacy that Forks Over Knives brought to our community. So the main point is that Forks Over Knives helps us learn to eat a plant-based diet to prevent and reverse all chronic conditions that we're facing, and the freedom to choose that we don't have to eat the standard American diet, the SAD diet that makes us sad and depressed and sick. We can eat a plant-based whole foods diet, and this is a great tool for watching this video and then being reminded, and then also taking advantage of some things that maybe the Forks Over Knife community might have for you. Thank you.